You are being used. You get up in the morning and the first thing you do is reach out to your phone, just to be bombarded repeatedly with information on top of information, overstimulating your mind, and then you wonder why it is that you feel lost throughout the day. Let's start this video with a paradoxical question. How much time do you spend a day consuming content? Truly thinking about this question can be terrifying. All you want is a relief from your day-to-day life, a small escape from the hardship of existence, but you find yourself getting lost in this well-crafted user interface of giant tech companies. As of 2022, the average time spent on social media is 147 minutes per day, up from the previous year. Do you want to know how much this wasted time compounds yearly? Be my guest, but be warned, you will not like what you'll find. Day in and day out, we weave our existence with these new norms, favoriting a twisted, scalable hope in the form of comment, likes, and shares, choosing to slowly morph our own existence in the hope that the new gods of the algorithm will favor us. You prefer it this way, over a simple, genuine interaction with another human being. Fuck, man. No wonder we're so lost. Our attention is being monetized beyond morality. No matter how much you consume, you still have this hollow feeling bubbling up inside of you, hijacking your ability to stay present, aware, and connected to your own true being and reality. The truth is, it's not your fault. With phones and other devices always in reach, anyone can get addicted to this constant stimuli and instant gratification. Not too long ago, before the Industrial Revolution began, if I was a rice farmer, I would take my rice and take it to my local community and sell it. If I needed something like, let's say, chicken, then I'll go to the chicken farmer, he would buy my rice, and I would buy his chicken. Then the Industrial Revolution began. Roads and highways started to link together different communities, allowing easy transportation of products and goods from community to community. New manufacturing tools began to arise and made it easier to produce products and goods. Now, me as a rice farmer, I wasn't bound to my own community. I had an abundance of rice I can sell to almost anyone. But that also meant that my rice is now not the only rice in the market. The chicken farmer can now choose if he wants to buy his rice for me or the other rice farmers. This was the beginning of advertising world and the rise of consumerism. Fast forward to the present. The digital realm has become the main platform in which companies can promote their products and goods. Not only promoting but competing on who can retain most of our focus. In a world of abundance, the only true commodity is our attention. We live in the attention economy. No one is targeting you specifically. Well, yes, but no. This is just the way the world works. And for every good thing that consumerism and capitalism has provided us, this is one of the bad ones. You're overly exposed to snippets of information, never allowing yourself to truly dive into one topic. This makes you feel anxious, stressed, and sometimes feel unmanageable. So what do? You soothe yourself by gorging and consuming more and more and more. You're trapped in a cycle of modern addiction, and in turn, you lose touch of your own individuality. One way to understand this addiction, or any addiction, is that it's a progressive narrowing of the things that brings you pleasure. Typically, when we think of addiction or an addict, the first thing that comes to mind is a homeless man sitting on the sidewalk. Some may feel empathy and desire to help, while others may feel frustration. Some may blame the homeless individual for their situation, while others may blame society or systemic issues. You may think to yourself that because you're not wandering the streets, you're somehow immune to addictions. You are wrong. Modern addictions are the gray area. You live a life that can only be perceived as normal, but entangled into them are your own subjective compulsions. The attention economy distorts our perception of reality, creating false desires and dreams based on societal norms rooted in instant pleasure and cheap dopamine. This creates a disconnection, a lack of alignment between our own inner being and our actions and behavior in the outside world. Over time, this inalignment creates a buildup of negative emotions. Anxiety and depression, they're a byproduct of our own internal conflict. Now, we're in survival mode. This is a primal physiological response, also called acute stress response, induced by our own sympathetic systems firing to all directions, which enters our body to fight or flight mode. This directly affects our mindset and our ability to perceive ourselves in our subjective environment. If you ever played a video game, you know that every time you enter combat, the music shifts into an exciting theme music. This type of music is usually intense and fast-paced, and it is designed to create a sense of tension and excitement. Imagine you're playing a game, and regardless of what you are doing in the game itself, this tension music is playing over and over and over. This is exactly how it feels like to be in survival mode. I'm currently working on a video that's showcasing exactly what survival mode is and how we can understand and overcome it. And it will be released in the near future. Being in survival mode over a period of time has dire consequences, not only to our mind but also to our body, who's burning up resources like mad. This acute stress response beckons us to constantly flee back to comfort, which can easily be found in modern society in the form of cheap entertainment. This is the point where we pick up our phone and start gorging on anything that take our minds off our existence. This is the cycle of modern addictions. We lose track of who we are by constantly numbing our own existence with the comfort of day-to-day hyper-accessible entertainment, and the cycle returns over and over and over. As I said earlier, this is not your fault. This is just the way the world works. But now that you're aware, what will you do? The majority of people walk around the world with the same program and inherit habits they picked up growing up, never fully developing or even partially developing the ability to think on their own. Some of us have it harder than others. That's an indisputable truth. But that's exactly the point. Societal norms expect us all to be and act in the same manner, cheering for equality regardless of the fact that each of us is our own subjective being. Each of us is unique. This is exactly why forging our own reality is our responsibility to bear. Will you be just another one who conforms, or will you choose the hard path? The path that leads to true individuation. If you choose the latter, and I hope you do, then the question arises, what can you do? How do you unravel automatic tendencies? How do you make the first step in breaking free of the cycle of modern addictions? Like all things in life, this is also a subjective experience. There is no correct one-step action for everyone. But fortunately, the fundamental principles are the same. Being accountable and building skills for self-regulation is doable. Unheard of the saying, when one door closes, another one opens. It's a cliché because it's true. Before you start building something new, before you start forging a path of your own, you must break your habitual way of thinking and make room for a shift to happen. The step I encourage you to take has many forms and names in our culture. Currently, the most popular one is dopamine detox. I like this name because it refers to two very distinct elements in the process. The first one is the use of the word dopamine. Dopamine is our feel-good hormone. It's our hormone our body secretes every time we're excited for something to happen. And it builds up our motivation to act upon that thing. This unravels a layer of complexity that our bodies are also a system of itself. The more we are aware of the mechanism that works within our bodies, the better we can understand how to manipulate them to our own advantage. And the second one is detox, which refers to the process of eliminating toxins from our bodies. The goal is to help our bodies get rid of impurities and improve our overall health. We have to be able to clean our minds the same way we clean our bodies. Your diet is not just what you eat, it's what you watch, it's who you hang out with, and the things you do on a day-to-day basis. These are all the things that define you as a human being, as an individual. The power of dopamine detox, it allows you a leeway to stop, reflect, and examine yourself and your day-to-day actions so you can better adjust to your direction. This is not a new concept. It's very similar to the concept of fasting, which is a recurring theme on almost every religion on earth. Abstaining from regular eating, which is one of our biggest biological needs, helps our mind to step out of our comfort zone and perceive our subjective situation in an objective manner. Now let's wrap things up. Position yourself in the frame, but it's not a good time to take a shower. Can you stop taking a shower right now? Ray, can you stop taking a shower? No? What can I do? We talked about the fact that we're overly consuming, and this is not your fault. This is just how society works. We are trapped in the cycle of modern addictions. But now that you know, you can shed away from the responsibility of managing your own life. Breaking free from the cycle of modern addictions is a step out of it, even if it's just for a minute. A minute of focused reflection can truly open up the gates for you. That's it for this one. I really hope this video can help you throughout your journey. Until next time, bye bye.